Now, a long time ago, I did a review on the first two episodes of the Ranma 1/2 OVA series. Now, I'm going to cover the rest of the series. Let us continue. In the third episode, Ranma's mother makes a return from the last episode of Season 7, where she tries out either Ranma or Akane's cooking. You could say it's like Hell's Kitchen in anime form. There's a scene where Mrs. Sawatome almost saw Ranma as a boy, and you all know what happens if she hears about the curse, right?
She'll force us to commit seppuku!
Exactly. We do see a flashback of Mrs. Tendo when Kasumi and her siblings were little back then and loved their mother's cooking. Like in the TV series, Akane can't cook, because she has no talent. Feel sorry for her. However...
It's not about talent, dear. It's all about love. You're doing this because you want to be able to make nice things for your family and your fiancé. Isn't that right?
That is true. In episode 4, it features this young girl named Hinako who uses a coin that'll drain their energy, causing her to transform into, is it just me or is it getting hot in here? And I'm like getting a boner right now. Happosai explains to Ranma about the Happo 5 yen coin that can absorb battle auras. In order to put a stop to it, Ranma has to counter by getting to a pressure point, touching her boobs. Yeah, grab her boobs! Grab it! Yeah. Yeah, you go, dude. Grab her boobs and, do her or something. And the episode ends with Gozen Kugi breaking the fourth wall.
How did I get caught up in this? This is Hikaru Gosan Kugi, bidding you farewell.
Then you got the two-parter, The One to Carry On. These were the only episodes not based on the manga, and that Rumiko Takahashi did provide the character designs for the two female characters, Natsume and Kurumi, who are searching for their father. About Kurumi, she's cute and all, but holy shit, she has an enormous appetite.
'Tis a remorseless eating machine.
Plus, she can use her ribbon as a weapon called the Fire Whip that'll burn your arm.
What's with that ribbon? It feels like it's on fire or something.
Her older sister Natsume has a cold characteristic. She's nice, polite, ruthless, and possesses a carpet beater. When she attacks Akane, Akane felt a cold razor-sharp wind. Natsume can also use an ice tornado. The sisters are both very fast and stealthy and can perform an ultimate attack called the Ring of Dragon Fire.
Anything goes, final attack! Their lives should be in no danger. I went easy on them. Now we know who's strongest, don't we?
Boy, I gotta hand it to you. Those two girls know how to fight tough. Dedicated to David K., the voice of Raccoon, folks. Of course, Ranma and Akane must get the Tendo Dojo back after they lost. By the way, you want to know who voiced Natsume, don't ya?
And since you ask it of us, Akane, then we will gladly spar with you.
Well, it's Bulma's first voice from the ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z, 'cause that's who she sounds like. As for the whole father thing, well, it turns out it was Happosai who posed as Mr. Tendo. Who else but that perverted old goat himself, huh? But in conclusion, this was a very good two-parter. Reawaking Memories, another two-part episode where Akane heads to Ryoganzawa that she and her family went years ago and meets a boy named Shinosuke, voiced by Jason Gray Stanford, known for Raditz. Akane revisits the forest and bumps into Shinosuke once again, who can be forgetful. There are funny stuff such as Shinosuke getting injured by monster traps and getting Falcon punched by his grandfather. Shinosuke's grandfather tells Akane that there's a magical water called the Spring of Life that'll prevent anyone from dying. Looking at these giant animals feels like something from a Godzilla movie. Though there is one scene where Ranma was being chased by bearded dragons, kinda like being chased by dinosaurs from Jurassic Park. Oh yeah, and Akane's cooking has gotten better.
This is... It's normal. Maybe even tasty.
In part 2, Ranma and the gang end up facing an 8-headed dragon named Orochi. He is responsible for drying up the water of life, and that his weakness, he likes females. If you want to know what the rest of his body is like, it's his other head. I was thinking his body would look more like Shenron from the Dragon Ball series instead of the head being the body. After Akane got the moss, she gives it to Shinosuke and removed the scar. Then she used the whistle by putting the dragon to sleep, and concludes another 2-episode saga. There's also a third film called Team Ranma vs. the Legendary Phoenix, where Kuno buys the Phoenix Egg, and Ranma, the dumbass that he is, accidentally places it on his head. I love the part where Kuno slaps a wad of cash right in the owner's face. Like that.
Here. Even if you slap me with a wad of bits. Shut up and take my money.
When it was released in the US, it was labeled as the 9th episode. Out of the 3 films, it was the shortest, and the only one based on the manga being adapted from the Phoenix Sword story arc. Plus, it's also the only episode to be widescreen, while the rest are in full screen. Yes, there was an episode where Kasumi gets possessed by an Oni. Wow. Real freaking scary.
Keeping the Oni from leaving. Of course, with spirit wards, that means we can't leave either.
Ah, Michael Dobson, aka...
Good old goddammit Nappa!
In the last episode, Akane gets possessed by a vengeful spirit doll, goes after Ranma and tries to kill him. If I remember correctly, is that if you disrespect or be rude to it, it will possess someone and takes revenge. Well, that's why it's called, again, the Vengeful Spirit Doll. In the manga, Ryoga, Ukyo, and Shampoo do not make an appearance. In the end, Akane gets her body back, and things are back to normal. As usual.
Too. Definitely more sexy.
Why, you want me to get angry?
In 2008, yet another episode was made 12 years later called Nightmare, in Sense of Spring Sleep. It was created to celebrate 50 years of Shonen Sunday. It's a non-canon mini-episode featuring cameos of Urusei Yatsura and Inuyasha. No, I haven't seen it, and I never will. Time to wrap things up. This was a great OVA series, and it's been a while watching these episodes. I know that I've talked about the first 2 I covered a few years back, and I decided to continue reviewing the rest. And I know what you're gonna say. Will you do a review on the 2 movies? Yes, I'll be covering both of them real soon, so stay tuned for that as I end this review on a cliffhanger.
You know, here's how it goes. You and me, we meet on the street, and then